Against my better judgment, I'm going to play another game for the evening, even though for you, this is going to be a separate video. So, hey everybody, welcome back to the circle, and yeah, today we have a game against 1Q. We have longer time controls this time, so we're not going to be 404ing and dying and all of this, or losing because we're running out of time. So, yeah, it'll be fun to just see where this goes. We're opening with my special opening. This is like I used to be Youngseng, and I remember this formation was one that Inseong introduced, and I've basically been using it ever since. He's like, yeah, this is your signature move. I, it's okay. It's not amazing in terms of like opening, but it's something you can do if you want. Um, this pincer is a bit light. I don't really know what to do with about it, so I might just ignore it and go do something else. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do about this. Let's go over here and see what we do. But yeah, basically, like the idea is that there can be some complicated positions, but basically this never becomes a complicated position. People just don't know what to do about it, and then they just never approach. So I find that actually that when I play this opening, it becomes never that important in terms of, okay, we play here. So what, are they going to push one more time and take the corner? Do I take the corner? Is it worth it? Or can I push and cut? Or play here? I don't know. I guess I'll... But do I need to take the corner? I don't really need to take it. I can take Sente here, so I guess I will. And... I don't know. What's good? I'm gonna play over here. But yeah, it basically never becomes a complicated position. I basically avoid all complicated Joseki, and I can just focus on actually playing well in the middle game. And in terms of playing well in the middle game, you know, I used to be really big into learning Joseki. I used to spend a lot of time on Gojuan's Internet Go School. Great website in terms of learning classical Joseki. We'll see what happens. I don't really know how to handle this move. I usually expect them to play d15. But anyway, okay, so that's fine then. I guess I can just make this exchange. But the idea is like you can memorize a lot of Joseki, and then of course like the lectures on Gojuan's websites are perhaps a bit old school, but you can learn a lot doing that, and so that's what I did. I learned a lot by just memorizing a bunch of Joseki, and that's how I gained strength from like 5 to 3Q. I discussed in my Baruch Mindset video that it's not great to be doing that kind of memorization long term. It's good for like a short term boost, but you need more than that in order to play the game, which I think is fine. Like, it doesn't mean that it's a bad website. It's a great website. Gojuan's obviously a great teacher. It just means that I just wouldn't use the training system that is on that website on its own in order to level up, which is what you should expect anyway. It's just if you're if you're a strong player, this doesn't look very big. If you're a strong player, then sometimes that little bit of a boost can help you. Like if you're aggressive, then it can help clean up your game a little bit. But yeah, we're playing the beginning a little bit on autopilot. It's not clear to me that... Well, I also need to chill out because we have a lot of time to talk and just relax. But I don't think we're going to have something like last game where I just misjudge something entirely and then we lose based on that. But yeah, so nobody knows the Joseki when it comes to this, and so I mean, I don't even know it. I don't remember. This might actually be it. This might actually be something. And I don't remember how to handle it. So here I have two choices. I can play here, or I can try and seal into the corner, and then the question is if I seal into the corner, is that fine? I want to say that it probably is. I can play over here, which I think is that's probably what Inseong taught way back when I watched that lecture. I don't remember it at all because nobody ever plays like this. This is the first time I've played this position in a real game. I'm going to just push and surround because I prefer the outside, I suppose. And then even here, like, it's not clear to me that white's alive. Of course, you can get this move, but it also makes me stronger. But also, do I have to respond? You know, I'm just going to play over here, and then if you want to cut me, then go right ahead, because I'm a Panuki. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. And then what? Yeah, you got this move in Sente, fine. And now I can just do something with this group. I can, like... What I'm really wondering... If I play here... What I'm wondering is if I play here, then... I don't think this will be able to kill, so I'm just going to try and make a base. You know? So now white just has a floating group. And we'll see how they respond to that, yeah? It's also not trivial to surround me. You know, and what I'm wondering is... So of course white is going to push from this direction, so we go this way, and then I guess it continues surrounding, but also I can get moves like this and here. So I'm alive here. But then the question is what happens with this group, I suppose. And I guess I can also play a move like L4 and just live. Like that looks like that would be 2 eyes. So, or I can just turn now. Is that true? If there's cut. Let's just play over here. So that's very close to living. Oh no. So I'm going to play here. I really don't like this for white. I'm going to play this move, makes the shape worse. And then I'm going to turn here, and now this group is under a pretty heavy attack. Yeah? And then can I play over here? I think so, because if they cuts, then I can descend here and capture it. There's this Atari, but then a connect, and if they turn, then they're low in liberty, so I can play here. So now I make some nice points over here, and we have enough, and we have enough time so we can actually count points. So that's nice. It's just a shame that the group here is alive in the corner. I really want to do something about it. So what are they going to do? I mean, they'll just cut, right? Like, what's there to think about? Or they can jump. They can do that too. They can get an eye in the center. No problem. And then there'll be a floating group. And then, like we know, we just leave the floating group. We're not going to attack it right away because the actual timing on as to how they defend it is not trivial. I guess the only issue is that it's already 10 to 10. And so, you know, it's already getting pretty late. And if we have another 40 minutes main time, it might get pretty late. It might get up to my bedtime. So I'm being a little bit irresponsible by playing another game, but then I'll have a couple of games recorded. Okay, so they jump here. So of course we're going to aim for the cut. Can't remember what I was saying just now, but yeah, okay, so they can capture the stone. I can resist, but I don't think resisting makes a lot of sense, so I'm not going to. What might have been interesting is the counter Atari. But okay, white misses their chance. And yeah, there's this move. And I just don't want to get surrounded because this group is still weak. So that's not what we want. Yeah, okay, they need to play again. And I can play again. I guess the thing is, like, these stones out here, they help white to... This is an interesting move, because I can falsify the eye. Is it worth it? Or should I jump over here? Push and cut. It's... Yeah, because I want to, but on the other hand, if white turns here, I guess white is a little bit big over here. This group is pretty strong, and I don't think I'm going to have a good attack on white, so I think I should Tanuki probably. So I can get this move, which is pretty big. But what I'm thinking is, now you're going to learn what I've been learning in terms of... So, in terms of invading, I guess we can play over here. Right? Or we can, like, play very low over here, perhaps. Okay, so here's what I've been learning when it comes to deep invasions. And we're going to do a deep invasion now, because I imagine that I can. So the idea is that you need to make sure that you play light. So you need to be attacking things, or if you play any move, then it needs to be revealing weaknesses. So if I play here, jumps, then I jump again, then they might go for the cut. So I'm going to play a little bit more lightly here. So you have to play lightly. You have to either be attacking something or playing light. You can't... And the idea is that you're kind of trying to find the edge of where you can materialize something. Or make enough weaknesses so that they have to respond, or this kind of stuff. This is kind of what I'm inferring from trying deep invasions and failing, and then seeing what the AI plays instead, and then I'm just saving all these positions, and hopefully eventually I can make a lecture for you all, and that'll all be interesting. Here's an interesting idea. Like, is this move Sente here? Because if I play here, then they can connect, and then I turn. Okay, that's interesting. It's good to know. See, for instance, I could play... Instead of playing here, I could have played there instead. White would have to respond. This is interesting. So... I don't want to go this deep, I think. But getting a move here is quite nice, because the shape here is a bit awkward. Ooh, wow, okay. And now I have to keep in mind all of the Sente moves that I have. So we're going to curl. I mean, I can play here. This is quite interesting. Because I want to play here, but they'll play this Tiger's Mouth, and I play again. And they'll play this Atari. I just want to make sure that my shape doesn't get too heavy, you know? I have to stay light, and I have to stay attacking things. And did I invade too deeply here? Maybe. This is something also that you just learned. So maybe I can play this cut in here, and then they extend. This cut. Or over here. Over here. I might have bitten off more than I can chew. And the thing is that if I have bitten off more than I can chew, so I can come underneath here now. Okay, and then here. And then if they cut here, then this group is... So here, this is good. That I'm starting to find weaknesses. This is what we're looking for. So I can respond, but I shouldn't. I should either... If I play here... What I'm thinking is this group is a bit weak here. I still don't have quite enough to live, though, I think. But okay, this is good. If I play this so here, push this one, and if I jump, if they jump, can I cut? And I can cut. So yeah, this being low on liberties here is a bit annoying for white. And then, of course, as with the deep... If I would live in this deep invasion, that would be great, because that's progress. Okay? So if I net... Is it a net? No. It's not a net. Not a net yet. If I get this move in Sente... No, even if... No, wait. Yes, I think so. Let's try it. Here. And yeah, now this has enough liberties. My friend. Are you netted? Are you netted, my guy? I'm not sure. I think you are, because you needed to remove a liberty, but then I would have this one that I could capture this group and live. So yeah, this is yeah. If I've just invaded the area successfully, then that's a huge win for me. This pays everything off. All of my studying, all of my everything, all of my Go playing has been for this one moment. Now this is the time where they think for about 5 minutes, and then eventually they play moves, and then they win. That's how it always works. I don't know why. Somehow when I'm playing against opponents, oh, they resigned. Amazing. I can't believe that worked. Uh, yeah, that's cool. So I guess we'll review and oh, well, they're reviewing instead. So we'll see what their thoughts are. What are they thinking? Here. Here. I'm letting them think about it. Like I'm not quite sure where they want to go with this. I mean, the issue is that the those stones are a bit too low on Liberty. So yeah, okay, cut. Okay, but then yeah, I mean it continues, I suppose. Because yeah, I can't capture it now, but then I get a couple moves in Sente, and then I guess we can try and move like yeah, like this. But that won't be enough, I think, to live. It's too heavy. Let me try and respond. Oh, here? Yeah, okay, yeah. All possible. I imagine that B7 is too heavy. When invading deeply, you need to be light or pointing at weakness. A move like B7 is likely too heavy. Maybe attaching at B6, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll review the game and then we'll see each other all in a second. Okay, so I took a look at it. It's a simple game. It's not complicated at all, so let's just think about it very fast. Good Tanuki here. They should have totally cut here. I actually haven't analyzed how I would handle this. I imagine you can just play something like this and continue. It's a bit awkward, but I guess you can do that. So, okay, Tanuki, no problem. The AI suggests to play here. I was thinking something like this, and then, you know, you can play like here, but just playing here is fine. The AI says just connect, but okay, we play this way. No big deal. This is definitely wrong direction. Like, I was thinking white should definitely just continue pushing, and then, you know, black has to think about what he needs to do with the inside group. But okay, so white didn't do that, and we played here instead, and we push, and this is okay. And here I should Atari. The AI says just extend, because of course if white plays elsewhere, then I can get this move to steal the eye, and so white needs to take a move to play it. The AI says to extend over here, but anyway, yeah, we just play like this, no problem. And then there's this invasion, and so up to here, it's white plus 10, black plus 10 rather. It's a half stone handicap game, so black already started with a lead. The opening here is slightly good for black, so that means that black is behind. Here, there's this, and basically the best I can hope for is here. This was too heavy. I have to play all the way out to here. And I was like, okay, well, if we're just playing here, could we just play here instead? And the AI says, yeah, you can totally do that. So here I can think about reducing, but I don't have to. I can just keep going for the corner over here or the corner over here, or I could play this. I was thinking to connect here, but the AI connects here, and I guess it makes sense because otherwise there's some shape weaknesses. It's a bit awkward, I suppose, because like you can imagine this, and so you would have to respond over here, and There's this. I don't know. So anyway, the point is that we can play this move in Sente, and then we can play this or over here. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that we can do. I play this Deep Invasion, and the thing is that this invasion is actually too deep. So interestingly, the reason why it's too deep is because white, as white showed here, I can get surrounded. So I think they did a really good job. It's interesting actually that even now I can actually play this move. And I think it's interesting because white has to play here. If not, then there's this, and then this group is cut off. So actually, that move is quite powerful, so I should have played it. But anyway, up to here, no problem. So this is a mistake. White should play this cut here, because now this stone has only 2 liberties. So that's what we saw. And then let's see here, and then... So what I was thinking is that if I play here, white needs to play something like this, because now if I go for this net, then there's not enough liberties on the stone. But then black can play here, and if white needs to do something, then it can live. White tries to do this, then I can extend over here, and I guess this shape is getting a little bit weak because of this cutting point here. So... okay, but they played here instead, so I can just net and win. Black was already winning, but now black is winning by a little bit more, so that's fun. I think that's like... I don't know if that's not the first deep invasion that I've lived when I probably shouldn't have, but it doesn't happen to me very often, let's say, so I'm quite happy with this. Also, I noticed that, I feel like I'm analyzing the games a lot better since I've been playing against strong players, so I'm going to keep doing that. I think I was feeling a bit demoralized because it wasn't clear to me that I was actually learning from all that, but actually it seems like I am, so I should just keep going. Not just the strong players, as in through the handicap games I've been uploading here, but I've been actually playing, as I mentioned in the previous video, I've been playing unranked games against people at OGS 1Q, and I think people are just a little bit stronger when they're playing free games, so not complaining, happy to do that. That's why I'm doing it, so I can learn. But it's grueling work, so I just want to make sure that I'm actually gaining something from it, and it seems so. So, oh well, that's the game, basically. So if you enjoy these videos, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've tried Deep Invasions. You know, is this something that you've tried? Have you learned something from this video? I hope you have. Otherwise, I hope you all keep learning, keep growing, and I will see you all in the next video.